Hey guys, Stephen Cox here, and today we're going to be learning the Phrygian Dominant mode, which is one of the modes of the harmonic minor scale, and it has another name called the Freygish scale. So this scale has been used by Dream Theater in their song Home, Tool in their song 46 and 2, and a lot of traditional Jewish songs such as Hava Nagila. So you might recognize this sound. We'll go ahead and play through the scale now, and then we'll learn a groove using the scale. So now that we know the scale, let's talk about it a little bit. Let's talk about the name. So Phrygian Dominant. In the major scale, we have a lot of different modes, and the third mode is called Phrygian. It's very similar to the scale. There's actually only one note that's different, and that's the third note of the scale. So if you're not familiar with the Phrygian mode, I'm going to link a video up here, but basically it stays in one position. And it's very similar to a minor scale, but then it has a flatted second note. But now we're just changing the third note of the scale. Instead of playing that as the 8th fret on the A string, we're going to move it up so that it would be kind of like the 9th fret on the A string, but I don't like playing it there, so I move it to the next string, so it ends up being the 4th fret on the D string. They're the same note. So now we basically have a Phrygian mode, but we're changing just that one note. Right? I almost played the wrong one. I almost played the one we changed. And then the rest of the notes are the same. So that's where it gets the Phrygian name from. It's very, very similar to the Phrygian mode, which has a half step at the start of the scale. That's like from the 5th fret to the 6th fret. Then the dominant part comes from that it matches up with a dominant chord. If you were to play the first note of the scale, third note of the scale, 5th note of the scale, and 7th note of the scale, you'd be spelling out a 7th chord. That's also known as a dominant 7th chord. So therefore, this is almost like the Phrygian mode, yet we would play it over a dominant chord rather than a minor chord because of that one note being changed. So that's how it gets its name. And it has a very cool, unique sound. So like I was saying, if you want to hear other songs that use this same sound in their grooves, listen to Tool's 46 and 2 and Dream Theater's song Home. And they like using the open D string rather than going back and forth between the 5th fret. So their grooves sound like this. That's the Tool one. And then there's a part later where it's like... And then Dream Theater's is very similar to theirs. And there's something that where it goes. but it does the same set of notes is the point, and it has a different rhythm, but it's a very similar groove. And then, like I said, a lot of Jewish traditional songs such as Hava Nagila use this as well. So now that we know the scale and we've been introduced to the groove as well, let's go ahead and play the groove at a slow speed and then at full speed. Alright guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed learning the Phrygian Dominant mode, also known as the Freygish scale. If you like videos like these, please hit subscribe below and consider becoming a patron, and I will see you guys on the next video.